they just don't know.
What I told you, Cutter.
People seen it, but they just don't know. People seen it, but they just don't know.
Huh?
People,
Let's go.
people seen it, but they just don't know. People seen it, but they.
What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Igani, and here on 910 Sports TV. And once again, I want to thank God for this opportunity or whatever for to be on this great platform. Also, shout out the DuPont Network, Village Global Network. Excuse me, our affiliates or whatever, our partners when it comes to this whole thing. And then, you know what I'm saying? I want to, introduce the Cowboys' biggest fan that I know of. You know what I'm saying? My man Jacob the Great in the building. What's going on, fam?
What's happening, man? We got beat down today.
Uh, I mean, y'all made it look good at the end. I mean, y'all, if you look at the totality, you could say that. You know what I'm saying? Because of the running game. Like, Derrick Henry looked like, you know what I'm saying? Like Debo out there, like Debo in the hood, or run around after Smokey. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I feel you on that.
But I
So
ain't
that's
been
where you want
impressed
to
with
go
Derrick Henry
first?
this year, man. But I ain't been impressed with Derrick Henry this year. But what we'll talk about first is prime time in Baylor.
Okay.
There was a lot of Colorado and Baylor. There was a lot of highlights from that game. Great highlights, man. And man, I ain't gonna tell you no we all expect Travis Hunter to do what he does every game. But man, listen, I don't know what class this dude Webster in. I don't know if he a sophomore, a junior, or senior. But I tell you what, if he ever get a step on somebody, it's over.
Yeah, I think Webster's a sophomore, if I'm not mistaken, uh, or whatever. So he
And
probably gonna
listen,
be
man,
the next up.
he can catch and he's fast, and then man, of course you got Horn, and you got the new dude Shepard. He can catch too. So it's about four good
Hmm.
receivers on that team, man. And then the running back really run hard. They got in the backfield.
Yeah.
He really run hard.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I like
so
I like
man,
I
yeah,
like
the
the running
team.
back a lot.
Yeah, the team that came on. So I was glad to see them get the overtime victory, man. But Baylor got a great team though. I ain't gonna say Baylor got some athletes, man. For real, for real.
Hmm. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So what? Let's go back for a second. So what you think about? Because I've seen a lot of people make a big deal about this whole thing, and they're basically saying that Shador Sanders and didn't have any class when he didn't shake the guy's hand after the game from last week. And this is how I think about it. I say, listen, at the end of the day, you done talk junk to me all week long. And kind of basically you kind of second guess my character and who I am as a person, as a man. He shook everybody else's hand on the team, but there's one guy, the quarterback, and he basically said, basically like, yeah, the quarterback like keep talking, whatever, and he like, yeah, basically, I heard what you said about me all week, and whatever, whatever. So it's like to me, I wouldn't have shook his hand either. Like you gonna talk junk to me all week long? Oh yeah, when I see you, it's on site. I'm gonna have some words for you on site. You know what I'm
Well,
saying? Like, so I don't have no problem with
well, I'm gonna say this: all my class go out the window. If my dad was still here with me, and you said something about my dad, and you expect me to shake your hand, oh, that ain't happening, bro. That ain't happening.
it. Exactly,
The, the,
exactly. And then my
the,
thing too is,
the,
and my thing is this: you think Michael Jordan, you think Reggie Miller, you think them guys. We always talk about these players from the '80s and '90s, right? So you think them players back in the '80s and '90s would have shook an opponent hand after the game if you talk junk to me all week? So now we want Shador Sanders because he Dion's son. We want him to have more class than what the players back in the '80s and '90s that we always talk about that was real competitive and didn't like each other on the court did or whatever. But we want these new guys. We want them to be kumbaya. We can't have it both ways. If you want to be
no.
kumbaya, you don't want to be kumbaya. So what Shador Sanders was throwback. His dad had is throwback, and what he did response wise was throwback. So we can't have it both ways. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, like Travis Hunter, yeah, he the best player in football. He the best player in college football to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying quarter. You know, you might got the quarterback Cam Ward for my Miami Hurricanes is probably the best playing the best quarterback in college football right now. But as far as the best overall player, Travis Hunter hands down the best player because he's actually the one player that can say that I have an impact on both sides of the ball. Can't nobody in college football say that. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
But him.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So,
That's true.
you
And
know,
and, and I want to say this, man, as we move on from Colorado. Man, I don't know where they get this running back from that play for Ohio State, but 14 carries for 173 yards is beast. That's beast mode, man.
oh yeah, definitely.
I was
You
like,
know what I'm
man,
saying?
that boy run that ball like he running for his life, man. For real, man.
Hmm.
Man, but he was
Yeah.
running and all right, people, y'all want it, y'all asked for it. Everybody wanted to know what Arch Manning was gonna be like in college. Arch Manning
Hmm.
got his chance, and now we see Arch Manning got a cannon on him, boy.
Yeah. and he can run. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right, right,
And,
right.
he,
So
and you know, man.
how you like Arch Manning?
I have to see more. I want to see him against top notch competition. Like I think it's good for that. He kind of fell into the starting role at the right time because he was able to play against cupcake teams to get his feet wet and to get his his groove on or whatever. You know what I mean? But I want to see him against the Alabamas, the Georgias, those teams because they are in the SEC now. So I want to they play the Red River rivalry, and I think about 2 3 weeks, and I think he's gonna have to play then. I'm not sure when yours is coming back, so he might have to play in that game. So that's what I really want to see is when he play against Oklahoma, how he gonna look against them. You know what I'm saying? Because
I
Oklahoma
personally
Texas
think
rivalry games.
I personally think
Go
he gonna
ahead.
take. I personally think he gonna take the starting position.
I mean, he might. They were saying that the coach basically the way the coach is that he not gonna give away that starting job just like that. So we'll see. I think it's real more of a setup for next year than it is this year. But I mean, we'll see. I mean, I think they can win. They can make it win with either one of them. But I just have to see Arch Manning against real competition. You know what I mean? Who they played last week? Like Louisiana Monroe or somebody. Um, I,
Yeah, yeah.
I can't take a whole lot out of that. You know what I'm saying or whatever. So um, what I do look at is like you say, he got a cannon for an arm. He can run. So I do look at how a person plays. Like just like with Cam Ward. Cam Ward played against Florida. He played against cupcake teams too. But I look at how they play, how they basically handle themselves in big situations and the whole thing or whatever. So that's how I look at that's how I kind of measure quarterbacks until I see them against real competition. But y'all
Right.
looking good too, bro. Y'all starting to look like Clemson. Y'all starting to look
Yeah,
like Clemson again.
yeah, yeah. I see that.
so
I
we,
see
we
that.
you know so hey so then everybody can't sleep on Clemson. Like they look bad against Georgia, but that's Georgia. You know what I'm saying? But y'all starting to look like Clemson, even though I'm not impressed with Georgia. I'm not impressed with Alabama. I'm really not impressed with a lot of these teams. I'm kind of looking like all these teams can be capable of getting beat on any given Saturday, especially if they're playing against each other.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah,
Georgia
yeah.
and Alabama. Georgia and Alabama play this weekend, so we're gonna have to make a pick for this to say for this show over who we got this weekend, Georgia Alabama. That Georgia Alabama
Okay,
game.
okay. But this another thing I want to say. The reason why I say I think Arch can take that job over, man. This year, we just got to be
Hmm.
honest with ourselves, man. Most quarterbacks that come to college haven't had the type of training and the type of guidance that Arch Manning have had. You know what I mean?
That's true.
You talking about
That's
his
true.
granddad. You talking about both of his
Hmm.
uncles. You talking about even his dad that was a quarterback but got sick when he was younger, but still been around the game his whole life. So we
Hmm.
talking about generations and generations of QBs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we're talking about people who can break down the film and his granddad can break it down differently. His uncle Eli can break it down differently, and his uncle Peyton can break it down differently. We talking about
Hmm.
his uncle Peyton is probably the top three greatest quarterbacks ever, and we talking about his uncle Eli, the only man that didn't beat Tom Brady twice for a Super Bowl
Yeah, that's
championship.
true.
I mean,
That's true.
so I just think that he might have a little bit more guidance than a lot of people have, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. I agree with you. So we're gonna take a quick break here on 910 Sports TV, and we'll be right back. Okay, we back. We back here on 910 Sports TV with your boy Icon E, my man Jacob the Great. So what's the next topic?
The next topic is nobody is really the team to beat in the NFL. Everybody seems a little bit
Mm.
suspect to me. The only team to beat is the Chiefs, but the Chiefs look suspect sometime as well. Like
Mm-hmm.
they not really impressing me. But the last time I looked at the game, it was 22-17. So to
It
have
still is.
22-17 against Atlanta Falcons, that's really not impressive. Not to me.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
like
You.
even though Baltimore beat my Cowboys today, Baltimore still is not impressive. It was like what, like 24-6 going into the halftime, and
Mm-hmm.
the game ended what 28-24. Like Baltimore, that's not impressive. Like I know y'all want people to give Lamar Jackson all these props and give y'all defense all these props, but no, that's not to let a team run off that many unanswered points, and you was up 24-6 coming out of halftime. That still ain't impressive to me.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what was going on with Baltimore. Baltimore has this thing lately where, or the last couple of games, or even maybe probably going back to net last year, where they give up these big leads. I don't know if it's lack of focus or what it is, or they get conservative and don't want to make mistakes. But whatever the reason is, they seem to let teams back in the game. Had the Raiders down 14 points, and there's no way on God's green earth you should let the Raiders come back and beat you if you're the Baltimore Ravens. If you're trying to get back to the
Mhm.
Super Bowl, there's no way the Raiders with Gardner Minshew as the quarterback should be able to come from behind and beat you if you're the Baltimore Ravens. And I think they was at home, if I'm not mistaken. I may be wrong about that part, but I know they should have let them come back and beat them. And if Dallas would have had a couple of more minutes, Dallas probably would have came back and won this game. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
So
I
whatever.
can't.
So Baltimore.
I can't now. They was talking about this week on Thursday. They was talking about. We can say we want to say about Gardner Minshew, but as of the games that's been played, he's top five quarterbacks with statistics. So I mean, I don't know how come.
But nah, bro, come on, bro. First of all, we talk about a two-time NFL MVP. If you Lamar Jackson, you should not be allowing a Gardner Minshew to beat you. I don't care how you whatever stats he got right now for the first 3 weeks, Gardner Minshew, that's fine. But there's no way Sam Darnold is lighting it up. But you're not gonna tell me Sam Darnold is a top five quarterback. Whatever. Everybody thought Baker Mayfield was a top five quarterback, was playing the best football in football in the NFL the last couple of weeks, and you seen how he looked today. So you know what I'm saying? So some of these guys gonna come back to earth at some point. Brock Purdy, as good as Brock Purdy looked at times, today especially without all his weapons, and I ain't gonna put all alone on him because he missing Debo Samuels and missing Christian McCaffrey. So that'd be like if the Cowboys was missing CeeDee Lamb and what's the name Brandon Cooks or somebody. You know what I'm saying? It'd be along the lines of something like that. So yeah, I can't. I can't necessarily look at it all in the totality of it being his problem. It's all on him. But
Right.
yeah, I'm not impressed by Baltimore. Like you say, Kansas City. I'm never gonna go against Kansas City. I'm always give them the benefit of the doubt because they are the world champions. So because they'll figure it out at the end. They like how the Bulls would be in the '90s or the 2000 early 2000 Lakers teams or even the Heatles with Bosh and Wade and Bron. They'll cruise through the regular season and then come playoff time. Near that playoff time, they'll turn it up another level. Like certain teams and certain players, like Patrick Mahomes got a gear that nobody else in the league really has right now. You know what I'm saying? Like Brady, he could lose a few games in the regular season, but come playoff time, you're not gonna beat him in the playoffs.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's
And,
just
and
certain. It's just yeah.
you're right about that. And I'm gonna say this: Jalen Hurts don't look good either.
Oh no, no. Yeah, not at all. Not
Jalen
he
Hurts
look.
don't look good. Dak don't look good. Lamar Jackson don't look good. Like the quarterbacks who got their payday don't look good.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? I was thinking about. It's funny you said about players that got their payday. I was looking at Brandon Ayuk, and I said, hold on, you the whole. I was like, maybe I'm glad we didn't trade for him because if you can't, if you both okay, DBO Samuels is out and Christian McCaffrey is out. And you should be the number one receiver on that team right now. You should be out there looking like Justin Jefferson. You know what I'm saying or whatever. And you not really balling out. They kept saying something about it throughout the game, how his production has been down since the season has started. But you cried about getting your money, but you're not playing up to your contract. You know what I mean? I know it's still early, but I hate when these guys beg for their money and then when it's time to ball out after you get your money, you don't ball out. You know what I'm
CD Lamb
saying?
too,
So
brother. CD Lamb too. CD Lamb dropped so many passes today, man. I think he had some Molly McButt on his finger. Molly McButter.
he might have had some of that baby oil that Diddy was maybe he was at one of the parties. Had
Man,
some of that baby
listen,
oil Diddy in him.
I'm
The
trying to tell you,
lubricant that
boy, he was dropping passes left and right today, man.
yeah. So yeah, so that's crazy. I'm gonna say this real quick. I know this is off topic. This is off topic, off kilter, real quick. But I was talking to somebody yesterday that was that's a lesbian or whatever, or bisexual, and they was like, "Yeah, when I heard about the baby oil, I knew that was some other stuff going on because I'm a lesbian and I'm a woman, and one thing we don't use no baby oil in the bedroom." I said, "Oh hell no!" But I just wanted to put that out there. But
The
anyway,
but the conversations people have in passing is hilarious, boy.
mhm.
Hilarious. So
Hey.
so 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 I can this baseball pitcher, he can hit the ball and 6 for 6 and back 300 and 400. Like, come on, man. Where they get this guy
Mhm.
from, man?
I don't know Otani. And you know what's crazy about Otani? And I'm gonna say this, and I hate, what I hate. No, I don't. I'm gonna go ahead and say how I feel. If this would have been Barry Bonds, they would have did everything they could not to make him look this good. But there's no way this man should be able to get 50 home runs as quick as he did the way he did because they pitched to him. They don't even try not to pitch to him. It's like they so hungry to have a face of Major League Baseball that they pretty much like, you know what I'm saying, like make it easy for him. Not to say he's not great. Don't get me wrong. Otani is great. He might go
Right.
down as one of the greatest player of all time. But I'm watching it and I'm like, when Barry Bonds was getting closer to these milestone situations, they did it. They tried to do everything they could to stop him. You know what I'm saying? But with this guy, it's like they just kind of like, okay, we just gonna treat him regular, and he not human. 50 home runs and 50 home runs and 50 steals is crazy. 50 home runs is normal. You've seen players do that. 50 steals. You know how hard that is to get 50 steals. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. I don't even know how much. What's the speed? I don't even know what he runs. Like I don't know if he got Dion speed or whatever. But 50 steals, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
I
You
didn't
know what
even
I mean?
think he was that fast though, man. Like when I seen that, I was like, wow, this dude must be lightning fast.
Yeah, yeah, for
That's for
real,
real.
for real. Well,
So
we're gonna take a
so
quick break.
okay.
Kansas City did win the game. I got the TV on over here, so the Kansas City did win the game. 22-17 was the final score in that one.
Okay.
We're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna jump into another topic. Be right back. 910 Sports TV, and we back. We back here on 910 Sports TV. It's your boy Icon E, my man Jacob the Great in the building, the Cowboys' biggest fan. Well, what's the next topic?
Angela Reese. Angela Reese, Chicago Sky is not gonna make the playoffs, but
Okay,
Caitlin Clark and the Fever are making the playoffs. Um,
okay,
Chicago Sky dropped the last 12 out of 13 games, so they didn't make the playoffs. Um,
okay.
but would you be surprised if the Fever made a run during the playoffs?
I would not be surprised. What the first series, the early series is 3 out of 5, was 2 out of 3. Because I'm not sure the WNBA if they changed their format
I
to.
don't.
Because I
I
know
don't.
the first round is 2 out of 3, right?
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think the first round 2 out of 3. So could they get hot and win that first round? They could. I don't really see them getting past that point. I think they're a year away, a player away from getting to like basically what you would say, you know, basically you would say like really contending. I don't know where they would fall at in the draft or whatever. 'Cause the WNBA draft is kind of weird to me because it's only like a certain amount of teams. So it's like I don't even think the worst team always end up with the first pick because I don't think they do a draft lottery like the NBA. I think they kind of like the NFL. But sometimes you because how the Las Vegas Aces ended up with all them superstars like with a super team. I didn't. That was kind of crazy how that happened. So
Right.
if Indiana, let's say the Indiana Fever end up like with a Juju Watkins next year or something, then that might put them over the hump. You know what I'm saying? As far as really competing, but you know what I mean. So I would have to watch women's college basketball this year, which I'm gonna pay more attention now, even more than I did before, to say, okay, um, who's gonna be the that next big one that can maybe end up there or whatever. But I'm gonna say this, brother. WNBA dropped the ball heavily, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I heard this comedian say this the other day. He said, "Man, I never even watched women's college basketball, until this whole Angela Reese and the Caitlin Clark thing came up. And now I have found myself arguing with my friends." He said, "But you know one thing about ladies, the one thing that's gonna change this whole dynamic. As soon as football start, me ain't gonna forget all about WNBA. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna talk about it no more." And the thing about over the summertime, the WNBA has the whole summer to themselves, and they dropped the ball because they got in their feelings about Caitlin Clark instead of promoting her and putting her on a grand stage. You think about the NBA. The NBA put Bird and Magic on a pedestal. They put Michael Jordan on the pedestal. They put LeBron James and Steph Curry on the pedestal. You know what I'm saying? They do that on purpose because if we focus on these certain stars, that's going to draw more people to it. But if you fighting against it, what are you doing? You turning fans off because you're spending more time fighting against it than you are just letting it ride and then
I
letting
don't.
you know what I'm
I
saying?
I don't think the executive board of the WNBA is smart. I don't think the coaches are smart because for marketing purposes, listen, man, if Caitlin Clark and Angela Reese was on the Olympic team, it would have been way more eyes watching them play in the Olympics. I guarantee you that.
Hmm.
You
Hmm.
know what I mean?
Yep.
So you got to when you got something that's golden that everybody talking about, you got to capitalize on it, man. You definitely got to capitalize on
Hmm.
it. But it's gonna be interesting because both of them gonna have a very, very long career in WNBA. So it's gonna be very interesting. So the
Uh,
next topic
but what's
that
not? But Angela Reese was out anyway. Before you go on, Angela Reese got knocked out about 2 weeks ago. Anyway, when did she get
yeah,
hurt like 2 weeks ago?
yeah, she got hurt.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. But okay. So
Yeah,
what's the next topic?
so the so the next topic that I want to talk about is somebody say Marvin Harrison Jr. betting his dad. I said I don't believe that. I beg to differ. And so I wanted to ask you on the show tonight, like, who's better than you and why?
Well, it's too early to tell. That's not a fair question for Marvin Harrison Jr. because first of all, he's only played 3 games. He's only had an impact in one game, one of the 3 games that he's played in.
Mm,
So you can't say he's better. His dad had a, I don't know, 12, 13 year career, whatever it was.
right.
If he's not in the Hall of Fame, he should be,
Hmm.
or whatever. I think it's off the field. If he's not in the Hall of Fame, it's only because there's off the field stuff, and you know how they
Yeah.
are with sports and
Yeah.
off the field stuff. But
Oh
other than
yeah.
that, Marvin Harrison had too long of a career for you to even compare him and his dad at this point. I
Yeah.
don't think Mark. I mean that's not even. That's not even. I wouldn't even want to have a discussion like that yet until this man puts in at least 3 or 4 years because he's not even top 5 in the league yet. You got to think when Marvin Harrison was at the height of his game, you probably put him up there at the time where who was in the league? T.O., um, Randy Moss, Ocho Cinco,
Jerry.
uh, Jerry Rice, maybe early in his career.
Yeah.
So in during that time, Marvin Harrison probably at least probably was maybe number 5, got as high as number 5 on the list as far as top receivers in the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Marvin Harrison is not even close to being that yet in the NFL. Matter of fact, Malik Neighbors is better than him right now. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
he can't even put himself as far as he's not even the best rookie with wide receiver right now in the game.
Hmm.
What I've seen Malik Neighbors do, and I'm just like, okay, if the Giants actually could win, and I've thought about what you said. You told me this a couple weeks ago that you think Giants going to be better than what people think. And I thought about it, and I said, well, they got Malik Neighbors that's balling, and they got and the Devin Singleton playing pretty good right now, and
Yeah.
they got Jalen Hyatt. If they get the ball to Jalen Hyatt, I think he runs like a 4-4, 4-3, 4-4. You know, because I remember him at Tennessee. He was taking the top off almost every game at Tennessee. So, if they can figure out, you know, how to put together some drives and whatever, like last week, the main reason why they lost, we beat them because they didn't have no kicker. So if they would have had a kicker, they would have easily beat us last week. But and they still don't have a kicker because he missed today. I think a couple of field goals today. So they still working on getting a kicker. So, but yeah, but nah, I wouldn't. That wasn't even a conversation. That's disrespectful to Marvin Harrison, flat out, senior. You know what I'm saying? That's just, what I'm saying. Even his
But
even
you,
his
but
son
you,
might have said he, huh?
but you know how young people is, man. You know how young people don't really go back and see who was who and what they did and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. And I was like, man, I just want to know what Icon thought about it. And
No.
you thought the same thing I thought, man. You thought the same thing I
Yeah,
thought.
man. Nigga, man, come on, bro. First of all, Peyton Manning was my favorite quarterback in the league most of his career with the Colts. So of course I'm with he had Marvin Harrison. If you watch Peyton Manning and Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne on the field together, you would have thought
And don't
this
forget
was
about Dallas Austin.
they was the most orchestrated, like the way Peyton Manning would just throw to a spot. Because Reggie Wayne and Marvin Harrison wasn't the fastest receivers, but they caught everything in precision and in stride. Because Peyton Manning, he would throw to a spot. He wouldn't even throw to the player. He would throw to the spot and expect Reggie Wayne and Marvin Harrison to be there. And in most cases, they were. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like even we talk about Brady. Brady, his system was different. Manning to me was like so impressive to me because for you to throw to a spot and expect your receiver to be there every time, and in most cases they were, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, it to me was more impressive than a lot of the stuff I seen Brady do. Because a lot of his stuff was more systematic was a system that he was working off of, especially when he was working with McDaniels. You know what I mean, or whatever. So, but yeah,
Okay.
so yeah, that was a little bit different for me. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no doubt, no doubt. So,
Yeah.
so what do you think about Aaron Rodgers?
Uh, I
Do you
I
think the
mean
Jets gonna make the playoffs?
they should, but I don't think gonna do much. I mean they're probably getting out. They probably gonna get because right now for me the Jets they still don't look like they in tune yet. They may get better over the year because right now they feel like they still struggle to move the ball up and down the field. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like to me, if I was Aaron Rodgers, this probably should be his last year because you don't want to look like Peyton Manning at the end or whatever. So I just think like at this point, it just because you got all them weapons and you still can't be more productive than what you are. I mean, you got Garrett Wilson, you got Brees Hall, you got what else they got? They got another receiver they got. So they got too many weapons for them to be struggling to score points. You know what I mean? You think about if you gave
Yeah,
them same weapons to like Patrick Mahomes or shoot, you gave him weapons to Prescott, they would score more points. Think about when Dak had weapons last year, he was scoring you know what I'm saying, at a high level in a lot of
yeah,
them games. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So yeah, but you know what baffles me? We're gonna take a quick break and I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say after the break. Okay, we back here on 910 Sports, Icon E King Jacob. What baffles me is how bad Deshaun Watson looks. It's like he lost every bit of confidence he ever had in himself. I don't know what's going on with this guy, but he looks straight trash. Like he looked terrible. You know what I mean? And I don't know, but they paying him so much money they can't put him on the bench. But he looks bad, like bad. So
You don't you you don't think it's just the Cleveland Brown organization?
no, I think for whatever I think he lost whatever happened. I'm gonna tell you, you thought I was being funny last week when I said he needed to maybe go to a brothel or go to a massage parlor or something because when a person has a vice or they have something they're addicted to and you take it away from them, that they can't function. And whatever reason, whether it's a weird fetish, whatever he had, that was his vice. That was what was making him tick, make him go. And they took and it got taken away from him, whether right or wrong, it was taken away from him. Now he can't function. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know
Man,
if he got a he need his agent. His agent need to call him up and say, "Listen, bro, I'm gonna legally go get you a few women and bring them to the crib and let them do whatever they want to do. Y'all do whatever y'all want. But
oh
hey, he
man,
need to do. I'm telling you, hey, that's what I would do if I was his agent. I'd go get some women from one of these brothels or one of these massage parlors, give them some bread, and take them over to the Deshaun Watson house. That's what I would do. You got to go to nobody massage parlor. We're gonna bring them to the crib. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have them
watch
sign
so what you
NDAs, all of that.
man? Cause he
I'm
look
telling
horrible. He really look bad, man. He really look
you.
bad. So man,
Look,
what do you think about Sam Darnold?
he looked pretty good, man. Hey, it's funny because Sam Darnold is last year's Baker Mayfield. So like right now, he looks pretty good. I'm actually shocked because I was never a Sam Darnold fan. I didn't like Sam Darnold at USC in college because he threw too many interceptions then, just like I didn't like Jameis Winston in college. I said these guys ain't who y'all think they gonna be. You know what I'm saying? And I'm probably gonna be right. I don't like Carson Beck at Georgia. I think he's gonna struggle when he gets to the NFL. But Sam Darnold, he looking great right now. And Justin Jefferson has proven every week that he's the best receiver in the game. And when you got the best receiver in the game and you can get him the ball the way he can get him the ball, then that's a sign that's a secret to success, recipe for success. And the defense playing pretty good. So and Minnesota's in a division where it's kind of like it's a three-team race. Green Bay, Green Bay, Detroit, Minnesota. So, and any one of them teams can beat each other, and they can lose at any week against another team. So, yeah, I think that division will come down to the wire. So, who's gonna win that division? You know what I mean? So, but he looked pretty good. He got to look pretty good. I got to check on nephew too because I know he got hurt earlier with
Right.
Detroit. So I got to check to see if he okay or whatever. Because I don't remember seeing him come back in the game, but he might have. I'm not certain if he did or he didn't. But yeah, but they definitely. I think Minnesota. I think they can make the playoffs. We'll see. It's still early, still way early. 'Cause you know how they go. You could start off 3-4-0, 5-0, then all of a sudden you could be like, remember that year when Pittsburgh started off 11-0,
Right.
and then they ended up. I think they ended up missing the playoffs or like barely. They end up like the end of the season. I think they ended up like 12 and I think it was before the 17 game season. So they ended up like I think they ended up like 12 uh and four or something like that. I think they won like almost they lost almost all their games toward the end of the season. So you know how they go, bro. You know how they go.
Right. Right.
You know who I feel sorry for? I feel sorry for the Miami Dolphins. The Miami Dolphins down to their third string quarterback. You
Who
know
is
what I'm
that?
saying? The Miami Dolphins. They down
I
to their
mean,
third string quarterback.
who is their third string quarterback?
Right now it's Tim Boyle. Now I heard
Tim
what's
who?
his name? Tim Boyle.
You talking about like Tim Boyle, like Boy Water?
Nah, like Boyle.
Oh
You know what I'm
man.
saying? He done played about 5, 16. I mean, I've heard of him before. Somebody said, "What's my man on this with Colin Cowherd? The little dude, J Mac. J Mac said, maybe they need to trade for like a Tyrod Taylor or somebody." And I said, "Well, yeah, because he's a good backup. You know what I mean? Or maybe even a Tyler Heineke or whatever. I think they need to maybe trade for him.
Where's
But I
he at?
think that where is Tyler Heineke at?
Is it Seattle?
Because I don't think it might be. Because I know he's not with Atlanta no more. Now I think Sam Howell's with Seattle.
Okay.
Sam Howell's with Seattle. He the backup. He's Geno's backup. I'm trying to remember to where Tyler Heineke at. Because I don't. He might still be in Atlanta, but I think he's somewhere else. But that's what Miami need to do. They need to go out and trade for somebody because two are
Or
gonna be
they
out for 4 weeks at least.
or they can get Cooper Cup.
Yeah.
No, 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 no,
He
no,
you
not,
you mean Cooper? You mean Cooper Rush?
yeah, Cooper
Cooper
Rush,
Rush.
not Cooper Cup, because he on a big contract, he ain't going nowhere. So, but
Plus he
yeah,
a
yeah,
wide
yeah, yeah,
receiver, so
and plus yeah, Cooper Rush, yeah, that's what I meant to say. Yeah,
yeah.
so
That's what I'm saying. So because they can't because the old boy got knocked out. What's his name, Skylar Thompson or whatever the name is.
yeah,
They bet he got knocked out with a chest injury.
I know
So
they was
or
looking
whatever.
at
So
Huntley, man. I don't know why they pick him up,
yeah, that would be a good pickup for him. Um,
and they was looking at
that's what I'm saying.
Tannehill too.
Well, Tannehill, he's starting right now.
For who?
I thought somebody got hurt and he was starting for him,
Oh,
or
okay.
whatever, or what was got thrown out there a little bit. Shoot, go back. Hey, get Ryan Fitzpatrick out of retirement. He might got a little bit more magic than
I don't know, man.
him.
He probably want to eat. He probably want to eat Subway halftime. I don't know.
Hey, I'm just trying to think. Hey, baby, call Brady and tell him because Brady terrible. He suck at being a commentator, so we call Brady.
I think
You know what I'm
Brady
saying?
will. I think Brady will come back too.
Hey, you got all them weapons with Miami got Waddle and Achon and you know what I'm saying, and Tyreek Hill. Shoot, if I was Brady, I'm coming back to that. You know what I'm saying? For
Right,
real, for
right,
real.
right, 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 right.
Yeah, but yeah.
So, man. So, Icon. What do you think about Justin Fields 3-0?
Hey, he looking good. Hey, you roll with him. I told anybody if anybody needed to be that man agent, should be you. because you've been riding with that man and been having his back and holding him down like that was your illegitimate. Let me get it out. Illegitimate son. That's how you been riding with Justin Fields. like you and look like you and sister had a baby together, and then they came out look like Justin Fields. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
I just thought Chicago cause see my brother's a Chicago Bears fan. And I know that they ain't never got Mitch no protection. They ain't got Justin Fields no protection. And it's quite obvious they ain't got Caleb Williams done. It's like
Caleb Williams getting murdered out there.
it's like
Murdered.
DMX said, here we go again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he get murdered out there. Like I feel so bad for Caleb Williams because I'm like, yeah, he makes some of his rookie mistakes or whatever, but if you don't got no kind of time to throw the ball and your receivers not getting all open, I think at some point he just decided every time I throw the ball, I'm just gonna throw it to Doomsday, just try to build something with him because ain't nobody else getting open. Keenan Allen hurt again, like always. He hurt again. So between him and Mike Williams. I'm just glad I see why the Chargers got rid of both of them because they stay hurt all the time. But anyway, let's take a quick break. We're gonna wrap this thing up when we get back.
Okay.
Okay, we back. We back here on 910 Sports TV. Icon E King Jacob. But yeah, man, I feel bad for him. I'm hoping tomorrow night. The one thing I will say, like with Jaden Daniels, that's impressive to me. As much as he getting killed out there, not having no protection, he hasn't turned the ball over yet. I think he might have turned the ball. Fumble wise, interception wise, he hasn't. He might have lost a fumble, but I know intercept. He hasn't thrown an interception, and that's big in a rookie quarterback where you don't played and you getting out there and you don't have no time and you're not throwing the ball to the other team. So that I think that's very impressive to me what he's doing. You know, even though he hasn't scored which is weird because none of the rookie quarterbacks have thrown a touchdown yet. Bo Nix, Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels. I think those are three rookies that's starting right now. Not one of them have thrown. They ran for touchdowns, but none of them have thrown for touchdowns.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, that's
All right.
crazy. I mean, but anyway, once again, shout out to She Real Radio, Independent Chicks, Tube Entertainment, Village Global Network, DuPont Network. Shout out to all our fans out there who've been supporting us all this time, or whatever. We're very, very appreciative of all of that. With 200 countries from Germany to Switzerland to New Zealand to Africa to Jamaica, to Iceland, Greece, all over the place, man. I can go on and on with all the different countries, but I just want to shout out a few of them. You know what I'm saying? So, you got any closing remarks, brother?
I want to thank you guys for tapping in with the 901 Sports TV. We're bringing you the best, athletes, the best coaches, the best sports mentors, the best sports bloggers and sports influencers across the globe. This show is in association with DuPont Network, powered by the Village Global Network. Thank you for your ongoing support, and we look forward to being on the TV screen near you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So basically, man, see y'all next week, man. And I'm just gonna say this that this okay. Well, let me say this real quick before we leave. 910 Sports will air live every Saturday at 1 p.m. on DuPont Network, and every live on 910 Sports. As far as like being able to watch it live, and a lot of these shows going to on demand. And then our 95 South TV will be airing at 6 p.m. on Saturdays. So if you want to watch them live, those are the two times you can watch them at 1 p.m. on Saturday and 6 p.m. for the two shows. So I just wanted to say that. Y'all have a great rest of y'all week. Do something for somebody you normally wouldn't do, and have a blessed one. We out of here.
We out.